Hey guys, thanks for watching Boxing Mania TV.
Thoughts on Andy Ruiz, Joshua fight in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
How's that whole process been coming together?
Well, I'm nervous, I'm excited. You know, it's the biggest fight of the year. It's one of the biggest heavyweight fights of the decade. I can't wait. You know, the first fight was epic, but we was on the losing side, and we don't want that. But this time I believe Andy Ruiz will get beaten by Anthony Joshua. I think he's the best heavyweight in the world. And if he's the best heavyweight in the world, he should be beating Andy Ruiz. No disrespect to Andy Ruiz, he's a brilliant heavyweight. But I just believe that Joshua is the best heavyweight in the world. And this time around, I think he'll be fully prepared to get the win.
Do you think this will be the fight of the year when it's done?
I think it'll be the event of the year, could well be the fight of the year. I mean, you've seen so many great fights in the last 6 weeks, you know, but this is going to be one of the most thrilling. It's going to be one of the most important. And as a spectacle, this will go down as one of the biggest heavyweight fights in history.
Do you think Anthony Joshua might have just maybe a little underestimated Andy?
Time, yeah. It's hard not to, you know, when you're going into interviews and everyone's saying, when you fight Deontay Wilder, and you're going, well, I've got to fight Ruiz first. They're going, Ruiz, like, you're going to destroy Ruiz. So, of course you're going to underestimate him. And he had probably 2.5 weeks of sparring against styles we were trying to bring in, and it's hard for Joshua as a 6'7", 6'6" upright heavyweight to fight this smaller guy, you know, winging in hooks with speed. But as a world champion, you've got to be able to deal with all styles, and that's what he's been preparing for in this camp, and he'll be ready December 7th.
How did Saudi Arabia emerge as the winner? I mean, there was talks about, you know, possibly doing rematch in MSG, going UK, Saudi Arabia.
Well, Andy Ruiz wanted a neutral territory, you know, so we started looking at that. We could have gone to the UK, but he was moaning, and you know, Joshua didn't want any excuses. Saudi Arabia came in with a big offer. We're in. It's a big time for the Middle East with boxing, and I think you're going to see them doing more and more big fights now.
Would you consider hosting another fight out in Saudi Arabia?
Well, it's not really up to me, though. You know, I go to the fighters and their teams and say, this is the deal, this is the offer, and no one has the right to tell a fighter where you can and can't fight. It's a dangerous sport. Let them earn their money, let them have their moment in the sun and achievements and legacy. And this was an offer that both guys accepted.
With a loss for Anthony Joshua, let's say obviously, do you think his career might be in jeopardy?
No, certainly not. I mean, he would have had 24 fights. He would have unified the world heavyweight titles twice, and he would have lost to one guy. So, you know, Joshua's got a long career ahead of him. But I believe December 7 he gets the win.
Would you say the heavyweight division right now is probably the hottest in the game?
It is, as long as everybody keeps fighting each other. I mean, Povetkin Hunter's a good example of that, where two guys on the verge of a world championship actually fight each other rather than waiting. So I like that fight a lot.